When you visit Thailand, you're going to do some shopping, that's for sure. The shopping here is great. But how you pay for things is possibly going to be a little bit different here than it is in your home country. In Thailand, we often use cash. Whether you're at a shopping mall or at a market or going for a massage, paying with cash is always acceptable. But if you want to use your credit card, or if you're used to, say, swiping your card at the point of payment, it's not always going to be an option here in Thailand, so it does pay to carry cash. For locals, it's a bit easier. We can, if we've got a Thai bank account, we can use a scan for pay, which is like prompt pay or scanning a QR code, and that particularly since the COVID pandemic has become much more widely accepted, even at little local stalls and at local markets, but also at bigger stores as well. It's possible to pay. But I read somewhere the other day that 7-Eleven, you can't scan to pay, so you've just got to be aware of these little things and check first. But for foreigners, generally scan to pay is not an option because you've got to have a Thai bank account. But if you're visiting Thailand, you're obviously not going to have a Thai bank account. And there's a couple of things with using cash also you've got to be aware of. The largest denomination is 1,000 baht note, and if you're drawing money out from an ATM machine, it's going to spit you out a bunch of thousands. But if you come to a little store, like some of these ones here, little food stalls, little market stalls and that, quite often the vendors are not necessarily going to always have change for a note that size, because they're selling goods for 20 baht or 30 baht, and so coming with 1,000 baht note is problematic. So it pays to have some change, and the way to do this is to, when you're withdrawing, think about how many 1,000 bahts you like and then round it down 100 baht. So draw out however many thousands you want and 900 baht. This will give you some 100s and some 500s. Alternatively, the way to get change before you go to a small vendor is go to a 7-Eleven or a Lotus or a Big C store and buy a bottle of water with 1,000 baht note, and they never complain and will serve you, and they've always got change. And then the other thing about using the ATMs in Thailand, when you're travelling, you've got to be aware that the bank in Thailand, whose ATM machine it is going to charge you a fee, and then your own bank at your home country is possibly also going to charge you a fee. So you need to check these things out. And if you're going to be withdrawing, if you draw a large amount at once, you're going to have less fees to pay, but then you've got to be thinking about the amount of cash you're carrying with you too. So there's just a few tips for when you're travelling in Thailand and you're wanting to spend money. It pays to think about how you're going to do it and how much currency you're going to be needing to carry with you, because it's not always possible to pay with a app or with a credit card or a debit card and things like that. So things like Apple Pay and other apps don't work here. There are local ones, but again, they're usually tied to a Thai bank account. So if you're a visitor in Thailand, it's not going to work. But even so, you could be running into problems if small vendors don't support these apps. So having cash in your pocket is always a good idea.